Hi, I'm going to show you how to make handles for your mugs. So I have several techniques to show you. The first is going to be making a handle from a coil. And basically you want to take some well-wedged clay and start to make a coil. Like that. And I'm just stretching it. And I have more clay than I need, so I'm just going to cut some of it off and take that. And keep rolling. And now before I shape it, I want to just smooth it out like this. Take a sponge, just go once or twice over the edge like that to make a nice surface. And then I'm going to bend it like this. Now here is your mug, my mug right here. I'm going to make a handle to go on top of here. Now one of the rules of thumb with handle is that when you stick your fingers in to hold the cup, you want to make sure you only have one finger width that can fit between your fingers and the cup. So this handle size right here is not good. It's too big, and also the shape's not great either. So what I'm going to do is create a nice C shape with the handle, and I'm going to measure like this with the knife, 2 finger widths, cut straight down. And then this is a better size right here. And then in order to attach it, I'm going to score and slip it on to the handle. But before I do that, I want to show you the second shape that I can make with the coil. And that's what I call the C or the ear handle. Or the other one is the question mark. So you make your coil, shape it nicely. Let me cut that off. Take your sponge. Give a few little wipes to make a nice surface. And now what I'm going to do with this is make it in the shape of a question mark or the shape of an ear. And this is a little bit more of a fancy handle, as my students like to call it. And then for that, you measure your 2 finger widths, take your fettling knife, make a straight cut on either side, like that and that. And then this handle comes up like this. One thing you want to make sure with handles is if you're making a functional cup, you don't want the top of your handle to come up over the top of your rim. Because if you're washing it and then putting it in the dish drainer upside down, you can actually pop the handle off. So you want to make sure that your handle height is at least even, if not a little bit below, your rim. So let me show you how to attach it now. Just balance this right here. You want to make sure that your handle lines up in a straight line like this. You don't want your handle on a curve like that. Mark where it goes and then score the surface where you're going to attach it. And then you also want to score your handle and put some slip on. People ask me, does it matter if you put the slip on the handle or on the cup? The answer is, it does not matter. Okay, and then you want to work this on very nicely. And then take your tool and really smooth it in to make it look like it grew right out of the cup. So that's making a handle using the coil technique. Now I'm going to show you how to pull a handle, which is more of an advanced technique. Okay, in order to make a pulled handle, you need to take some wedged clay and make a coil, but make it more into a carrot shape like this. You want to have a wider top and a narrower bottom. And be mindful of the size of handle you want to make. You don't need a huge amount of clay to make a handle for a mug. You're also going to need some water, and what the water does is help you to stretch the handle and give it a very nice fluid look. So you want to wet your hand and wet the handle and just start squeezing it a little bit and then slowly stretch it down. You want to hold your hand up because you want the gravity from your other hand to pull down. If you have your hands downward, you sometimes pull to the side. And just use enough water so you don't have any friction and just slide down. I like to turn the handle so it gets kind of even all the way around. And then at the very end, I put it in between my index finger and my second finger and just flatten it out a little bit. You can also take your thumb and make a nice little depression for a decorative edge. And then you want to set it down and let it stiffen up a little bit. You can hit it with a hairdryer if you want, but you want it to get leather hard before you attach it onto your pot. So now that my pulled handle is leather hard, I'm going to attach it onto here. I'm going to gently turn it on its side and just hold the cup here to visualize where I want to put it before I cut it. So you can see that, like that. Now with this handle, I'm going to turn it in a little bit, cut the big thick part off, and then I'm going to leave this right here because I might play around with that a little bit. And hold it up against here. And I'm really mindful of the negative space of the handle right here, seeing where the space is. I want to have a nice open curve, and I want to mark it to make sure that it's not, this way. I want to make sure it's nice and straight, and then mark it where it goes, and then I'll score and slip. Okay, so now that it's attached like this, I might do something a little decorative with the bottom here. Curve this up. Keep that like that. And then this part right here, it's really important that this is smoothed down nicely and it appears to grow right out of the cup. So I'm going to carve this off, this extra lump, and then smooth in. So this is how you make a pulled handle.